Hello, my name is Gary Jopling. I'm the Life After Stroke Coordinator for Reading and Wokingham. I myself had 2 strokes, actually. I had a fairly mild one back in early 2006. Did all the things that you're not supposed to do, of ignoring it, which consequently meant that I had a fairly major stroke about 2 weeks after that.
I used to sail, and in my younger times I played badminton, and then I had a stroke and life changed quite dramatically.
My partner Jim had a stroke, or 2 strokes now. He had his first one 3.5 years ago and the second one just last September, so 4 months ago.
My stroke damaged the right hand side of my brain, which left the left hand side of my body needing, well, not working very well.
My speech was affected in the sense that I couldn't find my words, and I couldn't really understand what other people were talking to me about. So essentially, if I left the front door, I was in a world that I couldn't really connect with.
It's difficult getting answers to questions. What's going to happen to me now? What's going to, where does my future lie? How long is it before I can walk? And am I ever going to walk?
I eventually saw some signs for a new service that was being set up in Reading at the time, run by the Stroke Association. So joined a support group that had been set up and very quickly became a volunteer actually, and worked helping people within the group and on a one-to-one basis at home. And then it allowed me to regain my confidence in what my abilities still were. It allowed a lot of actual improvements still to come through, so I found that my voice was returning and my memory and everything was starting to improve, which meant that probably after about 6 or 8 months I was actually able to return to work, which fortunately for me was actually with the Stroke Association.
He just phoned me one day and said, "Stan, what are you going to lose? It's 2 hours on a Thursday, come along, and if you don't like it, you've wasted 2 hours of your life." And that was 2 years ago now, and I've not looked back.
I've been working hard on my own physio, using a different equipment to get as much back of my arm and hand that I had before.
We focus quite heavily on people being able to return to work. Volunteering plays a major role in that.
I was asked to be if I'd ever thought about being a volunteer. I said I thought about it lots but never been asked, and the reply to that was, "Well, I'm asking you," and that was it.
We both volunteer now with the stroke group here, and it's been great, to be honest with you, and to see people come into the group who have, a lot of them had recently only had their strokes, and to see them change and realise that it can get better.
The group essentially acts as a central activity hub that meets a couple of times a month. From there we would have a programme of local activities that we signpost and connect people with.
During that course, when I was a member, I got enrolled in a garden session organised by a local national charity called Thrive.
We've had group members who were told, "You'll never walk again, you'll never talk again, you'll never do this, you'll never do that." And they're out in the garden chatting away, digging up spuds.
It gave me something to look forward to every week. Mainly it was a social event for me, and it gave me a sense of enjoying things again, which I think I'd lost.
At the minute, as part of last summer, as part of the stroke group, we joined the Jubilee Sailing Trust on a day sail. He's currently in the Mediterranean on a pirate ship, basically.
That big question mark that's hovering over and the fear is now gone. We relieved that from them, and if that's all we achieve, then that's a marvellous thing that we do.
It's an ongoing situation, it's a long-term situation, but in time, fingers crossed, things actually improve, and they improve dramatically. And for somebody who physically or cognitively may not be improving, your life improves around you, and really the thing to focus on is what strategies, what approach can you adopt to still be able to reach a full life after stroke, which is hard work, but it is possible.